Good morning, birds. Everyone's here to see you. Good morning. I hope you're having a good day. I just want to talk for a little bit today about chakras, and particularly the root and the sacral chakra, the red and the green chakras at the lower part of our bodies. I'm noticing a lot of people right now, clients and other people around, that are having issues in this area. It could be digestive, it could be hormonal, it could be something to do with the bladder, the bowel, all of these things. Maybe pain in the legs and the knees and the ankles. Are you experiencing that, or you know somebody that is experiencing that? Maybe the sciatic, the lower back. Well, there is a connection. So when we're dealing with the healing of a dis-ease, often we run to the doctor and we look for some type of supplement or something that will help us, maybe physiotherapy or whatever it is. But often we forget that we really should be taking a three-pronged approach: a body, mind, and spirit. Because our chakras are connected to all of our different organs, and there's different meanings for each one. So if you've ever listened to my meditations, I always begin by breathing and then, relaxing. But then the third thing is always doing a chakra or a grounding and a chakra balancing. This is key to healing, and you should be doing some type of grounding and chakra balancing every single day. It helps you stay strong. It helps you stay balanced. We have energies that flow from the bottom of our feet right to the tips of our toes. And we want that flow. When we have a when we have a stagnant energies. Oh, God. I'm trying to make up a new word. When we have stagnant energies or we're feeling stuck, that energy, we want it to flow. How do energies get stuck? Well, usually it's an emotional thing. So, when we arrive here, as I've told you many times, we are these perfect little individuals, and we are learning about life from our parents, our siblings, our grandparents, all the people around us, because we're infants, right? And we're just little sponges. And we're learning about everything. We're learning about families. We're learning about mamas and papas and grandmas and granddads and cousins and sisters and brothers. And we're learning about life, and we're learning about all of those things. And we begin to open up files, and we begin to fill up those files at a very young age. And we don't have the conscious ability to look at it, analyze it, and say, oh, well, that doesn't really mean that. He was angry or she was angry and she said blah, 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 but she didn't really mean that. No, they're taking it in at face value. They're what you say is truth to them. They don't know any different. And so you begin to open up these files and, files of happiness, sadness, families, bicycle riding, all the different things. You fill up all of these different files. And later in life, you may find that your files are not filed properly. It's a little bit of a mumble-jumbled mess in there. And unless you've gone through your work, your emotional work, you may be reacting to something as an adult from your 4-year-old memory that's been held forever, because the subconscious mind knows everything about you and is holding that information for you, right? And so oftentimes when something happens when we were young and it's a trauma or a hurt, it could be just even an argument with a sibling that really touched your heart, we file that instead of it being dealt with. Or, the reason why we experienced that was to take some positive learnings from it and move on. But we don't. Oftentimes we file that. And we take that energy from that, because there's an energy in all experiences and all voice, any voice, yes, but words, there's an energy to that. If somebody yells at you something not kind, that's an energy. You feel that, don't you? If somebody waves and says, I love you, have a nice day, you have a different energy from that, right? You do. And so when you have, often we take these hurts, these emotional pains, and we hold them in the fascia, the muscles, and the cells. That's our physical part. It's being held in our memory, of course, but we hold this in our physical beings as well. So later in life, when all of a sudden we've got sciatica all the time, or we have hormonal issues, or digestive issues, or bladder or kidney issues, or bowel issues, or our knees hurt, or we can't walk forward, or we're, all of that, that has to do with an emotional attachment to, or that we haven't released something. And so you can understand how that really affects us hugely, hugely. So when I do my scans and I do a report for someone, a reading for their aura, we can find out all kinds of things. And then we give us a basis of what to work on. It's really fantastic. So in the root chakra, you think about the root chakra, that's your feet to your reproductive area. So any problems in the knees, the legs, the feet, the hormones, all this area has to do with the root chakra. And if we're having trouble in that area, we need to address that area. So when I do my grounding, and we do the energy or the chakra balancing, you'll remember what I say is the root chakra. When you're grounded, you have a sense of courage. You have a sense of strength, emotional strength, physical strength, and spiritual strength. You have a sense of courage to move forward in the way that's right for you. You think about masculine. Masculine is all about moving forward, being strong, taking action, right? If you're having trouble in these areas, you just can't decide what to do, or you're this way or that way, you're not grounded, you maybe have trouble in your jobs, maybe your financial's not great. This can have to do with the root chakra. It also can have to do with the way you perceived things in your home. Did your dad work? Did he bring back the money? Were you had enough food to eat? All of these things. Were you told that life is really hard? Life is difficult. And you watch us struggle. This could be a limiting belief that you're holding in the root chakra area. Seems to me it would be a good idea to release that. So then we move it up to the feminine energy center. This is the sacral chakra. It's orange. The masculine energy center, the root chakra, is red. In this orange center, think about that, the lower part of your stomach, below the navel. You've got all your digestive system, right? You've got your lower back, hips. It's all about nurturing and nourishing. Think about the feminine, nourishing and nurturing. So if you're having IBS or all of these different things, well, maybe this is a problem. Maybe you need to do some self-care. It's about nourishing and nurturing every cell in the body and allowing the elimination system to work perfectly so you can remove any excess toxins, any excess waste, things that you don't need. But also emotionally, releasing those things that you do not need. This area is all about flexibility. Are you Are you the type of person that's very fixed in your ideas and you don't waver? It's this way or no way. Well, that's not flexible. That's not flowing, right? So maybe you need to work on your sacral chakra. Maybe you're holding some trauma, some pain, some angst in this area. The feminine energy is all about creativity, about flow, flexibility, security. You know, when you create that flow and flexibility and everything's moving easily, that brings a sense of security, right? Safety. Think about nourishing a small child. This is what this area is all about. Taking care. Are you taking care of you? Because this is the most important thing. It is. You can't take care of other people if you are faltering yourself. So this is a place where we need to begin. And you know, we are moving into a new time. We really are. Humanity is changing and shifting. And you can see that the world is completely upside down. There is, from every scale, from good to bad to craziness to peacefulness, everything's on the table right now. On the scale, right? It's kind of on a scale, and it's tipping. And we want it to tip towards peace, right? We want to tip it towards peace, happiness, joy. And it starts with you, because when you heal, your family heals. You may have noticed some problems in your family even. You healing will help that. It'll balance some of the energies. When we feel anxious, that has an energy to it, right? And so you're sharing that with your family. So you really want to live in love and compassion and that space, in gratitude. What are you really happy for? What are you grateful for? Those are the emotions and thoughts that we need to be spending most of our time thinking about, right? If you're thinking about you being frustrated because you are not flexible, it may be bringing you or lowering your vibration. And when you lower your vibration, you lower it amongst your family. And your family goes out into the world and they lower it amongst the neighbors and the community. When I was a kid, I remember my mom saying, "Go pass your brown stamps." That was kind of a term back then. I'm sure you don't know what that means. But you know, when you frustrated, you got out on the wrong side of the bed, you bumped your toe, you come out into the kitchen, the coffee's not made, you kick the dog, you yell at the kids, you take your coffee, you feel better. Well, have a great day, everybody, and away you go. Well, the kids just got yelled at, then go to school, they're grumpy, they punch somebody in the playground, you know, it's passing your brown stamps. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Don't pass your brown stamps. Don't share your low energies. And how do you not share your low energies? You bring your energies up. And meditation is a very good way to do that. If you're feeling like you're stuck and you can't, and you're not grounded, and you don't feel safe, or you don't feel courageous and strong, a meditation is a really good way to start. And a guided meditation, because maybe you've never meditated before, or you're not sure about it, or it seems difficult because your mind's always moving and thinking, and you don't know how to shut it off. It's worse nowadays than it used to be, I think, because we're attached to our phones. Many people spend most of their day on their phone. You're entertained 24/7. And so when you say close your mind off, you don't even know how. And the mind is having withdrawals from the telephone or from the whatever it is that you're on, TikTok, whatever. So it is important. And so a guided meditation can be helpful because you're just laying there, sitting there, listening. So your mind's being occupied and it's being shown how to be quiet. And when you listen to a meditation over and over and over, you can just, take some time during the day. Maybe you're at work and you're like, I'm just going to go sit at my desk for 5 minutes and think about that meditation and get grounded. Or I'm going to go for a little drive and stop at the park, lock my car door, and just sit in quietness. Or maybe I'm going to go and sit by a tree, lean up against a tree and get my feet into the grass and just be quiet and practice my breathing that I learned in the meditation. Right? It's slow yourself down. You can heal from the inside out. I'm not saying you don't need Western medicine, but I do think you need to take, it's important, you don't need to, but it is important for us to take a mind, body, spirit approach. And those people that do that heal faster. They do. They heal faster. I can give you lots and lots of instances that happens, and it's amazing. It really is amazing. We need to tap into our own power. I think we've forgotten that. We've been told, oh, you need to go for your monthly checkup or your yearly checkup, and you need this and you need that, and blah, blah, blah. Well, they didn't do that years ago, and they were fine. And this, what I'm sitting right now, in the forest, in the jungle, in amongst the gardens, that's a lot of energy. That is a lot of energy underneath the stars or underneath the sun, giving me some good vitamin D, right? This is important. Wherever you are, you can get vitamin D, right? Wherever you are, you can get grounded. Hopefully, wherever you are, you can breathe some fresh air. Lean up against a tree. This is huge healing. Yes. So when I go back to the aura readings. So I do these aura readings for some people who are curious what their auras are looking like and what the physical part is, and if they're confused, why am I having this and that? And it gives us a kind of a look at what's going on, and yes, it resonates, and then we know where to start with meditation or hypnotherapy or whatever we're working on. So these guided meditations are huge in the healing process. Wow, really? I'm sweet this morning. All right, have an absolutely beautiful day. I hope that makes sense to you. I am going to create a meditation today for you. I will be posting it on my YouTube channel for balancing those lower chakras and really talking to you about the healing of this area. We're going to really bathe that area in some really good healing energies to help you balance and heal this area. Yeah. Have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care. Bye-bye.